Right, good day. Welcome to NKD Smart View. So, right about today, let's get on to today's gameplay on the Bet Ninja for Ninja. Now, for quite some days, we've been using just one particular strategy on the Rainbow 2 Plus on the Bet Ninja for Ninja platform. Now, I've done videos severally on this particular gameplay showing out how the strategy goes out. But if you wish to get the strategy, join up on the VIP. Now, right about today, we are going into another gameplay today using the session. Now, I've explained once or twice about how this particular gameplay goes. We firstly have to analyze using the Rainbow 100 draws, Rainbow 24 hours, Color 100 draws, Color 24 hours, and lastly, using the last 10 draws to estimate and know what particular color we'll be playing on. Now, according to analysis, we have actually confirmed that the color green is going to be in the play for now. So the major thing about this strategy is that your analysis is once, and once it's done, it should cover up for you up to 20, 30 draws. What do I mean? That means we actually started this gameplay on ID 519 and up to ID 530 or ID 540, or sometimes as much as 550, depending on the stretch and how early your entry was made. You will keep on with just that one single color. Now, as of now, we are on the color green, so we are playing the color green 2 plus. We will keep on and we'll continue with this color green 2 plus for the next few draws from now. That is how it will be. It will be simply a color green from all the way ID 19 we started all the way to ID 30, 40, 50, depending. Now, the thing about this is that we made our analysis somewhere here. We started the analysis completion from ID 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 was the word completion. In the course of this video, I've played ID 20, 21, 22. We'll continue up. Now, this particular strategy goes on to tell you that when you analyze for a particular color, you have the early stage, you have the late stage, but most precisely, you have the middle stage. Now, the middle stage is that stage in which this your color, let's say be it green, will keep on coming out over and over and over and over again. That is what the middle stage. But before the middle stage, you will get a stage like this. Look at here, you had ID 14, there was no green. ID 15, one green. ID 16, two green. 17, two green. 18, one green. 19 two green, 22 green, 21, 22, and 23 have all greens. That is to tell you that our analysis was correct. And with that, from now to the next 20, 30 draws, depending on when you can be able to see clearly, you should visibly see when you are getting to the late period and when to leave the game. It is actually that much simple. You always see it because at the point of the early stage, you start seeing something like this when you get over to the mid stage. So we've won this out once again. Stake in. Now, what it actually means is that after the analysis, you have a period of something like this for confirmation. So once you're done with the confirmation, it will just be a straight gameplay on that particular color. It might be blue, it might be red, it might be green. But in this case scenario now, it's actually on the green. So you continue with just that green up until the middle stage and finally the late stage. For now, we are at the early stage. We'll be approaching the mid stage soon, a stage whereby you'll be seeing so much of 3 plus, 4 plus on the green. In 10 draws, you can win up to 8 or 9 times, sometimes 10 over 10. So you get the setting now. That is how it actually works. So for the last few draws now, we've actually been on all 2 plus green. So we had another 2 plus green. Once again, you go into stake. Now the thing here is that if you look at from my this 19, we started our stake. We had 2 plus here, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2. And that is just it. So if you make your analysis right, get in at an early stage, a very early stage, like as I did, I showed you what happened below here. We had a stage whereby green was not even coming out at all of a sudden now in the last 10 draws, only this ID 18 has been the only ID where green did not give you a 2 plus. That means out of 10, you have 2 plus 9 times. And it will continue like that till ID 30, ID 40. It might even stretch as much as ID 50. But the thing is that you don't need so much analysis. Once you analyze up that once, that is what will carry you all through that gameplay. So here is another green right here. Go in, make a stake, and get back. So now let's imagine that we made a wrong decision and decided to stake on blue. here 2 plus blue, 2 plus 2 plus. It failed here one, failed here two times, failed here three times, and that is too bad for a gameplay. You had 2 plus blue, 2 plus blue, and it failed here. Now let's say we're on red. It failed here, it won here, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus, failed here, failed here, won here, failed here, failed here. So it has actually not been that much of a good gameplay if you had been on red for the last 5 draws. But when you come to green, you have 2 plus here all the way up here. Only ID 18 is missing a 2 plus on green. Now, it does not necessarily tells you that you will not have any loss on green. You will at a point, but your martingale should cover up for it very much as immediately. So, winning this again, you stake in once again. So, your green, you might get to a point soon enough. You will see a stage whereby green 2 plus will not be out. But the main thing to note is the fact that what in the next 20-30 draws, the chances of you getting green 2 plus not coming out, you cannot see a stretch of, let's say, something like this in blue. You can see something like this, whereby blue got you no 2 plus here, no 2 plus here, no 2 plus here, no 2 plus here. 4 at a stretch. It is not possible as long as you make your analysis right and you wait for the right time to enter. Making the analysis is one thing, getting the right time to enter is also another thing. And one major thing, you don't need to rush. It can take you 5 minutes, it can take 7 minutes, but once you get in the right time to enter, and that is just it. So this still won out. And if we look into the system, we've got what, a 10 over 10. So this was 2 green here, 2 green, 2 green, 3 green, 4 green, 2 green, 2 green, 3 green, 4 green, 2 green, 2 green. Now, very shortly, you will see a point whereby we might have to make use of our martingale, which means that the green might not be coming out 2 at once. But at that point, your martingale should be able to recover by the next game, or at most the next 2 games, and that is just the essence of this. That means once you analyze up just once, the same single analysis will actually take you for quite a period of time, making the gameplay very, very easy. Unlike a system whereby you have to analyze every single draw that comes by. In this system, you just analyze just one draw, and that is it. And so you can see the green still gave us a 2 plus here. Stick it in. And so, as I stated, if you make use of this system, one analysis takes you for up to 20-30 minutes, depending, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But the best about this is the fact that once you go in the setting, you should know that you are at the early stage. It will be there very much notable to you. You also know when you're in the middle stage. Now, this is the middle stage, the stage where 10 over 10 is actually won. We are getting to the late stage soon. So, how do you know the late stage? The late stage is a system whereby you find out that your green stops having appearance of 3 or 4 plus like this. Rather, you start seeing so much of just 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus, just 2 plus. You start knowing that yes, I'm getting to the late stage. Now, we started this game on the ID 19 and we've had the first loss here. So this is it. So once you do this, go over now, triple your stake. If you double your stake, you're only recovering back what you used in staking the previous time, which was that 3,000. But once you triple it or add any other thing to it, it actually gives you what, profit on it. So let's say we are tripling this, still playing the same 2 plus green, stake it in. Now, if we should check out very much, in a streak of, let's say, 12 games, we had what, the whole 12 coming. This is the first time since a long time we saw that what, green was not coming out as a 2 plus. So we follow up with this now very much duly and wait out the result. So one streak, 2 streaks, but one major thing, it does not supersede that, and you have your 2 plus green coming out in the market. So we have our green recovery immediately and dropping this down to 3,000. So we keep on with still our green 2 plus like this for the next few draws. It will just still be green and green up until in this period of this video you will understand what I mean. You will see a system whereby you see 3 or 4 in in green will be absent for like 6 draws. You will not see a single 3 plus on green, all 2 plus 2 plus. You get a system whereby green just gives you something like this once, or it doesn't even appear at all. You go in for recovery, then after that it can happen for like 6 to 8 draws. Then you start seeing another 3 plus 4 plus green appearing for quite a number of time, and that is when you leave the market. So that is the system there. When you start seeing your green not giving you up to 2 plus, I can see the same thing happen right now. We are getting to the late stage. Still increase on this and what, stake in. So at the point whereby you see that this particular green fiesta now is coming to an end. It's not really coming this much out. We are getting to the late stage. The best we had here was one green, we had two green, we had one green, and that is how it will be for quite some time. But you will never get a system whereby for like four draws you will not see green two plus. It won't happen. It won't happen. The very best you see is one or two, but not three, four, of not seeing a two plus on the green. And with that, you continue the gameplay up until you see that yes, for 10 draws now, I'm not really seeing that much of two plus on green. Then it's time to stop the gameplay. So you see this now, we go in for the final, and this is it right here. So right about now, with all certainty, we're expecting the green. So I'm dropping this back here to 3 and waiting to go out. Why do I believe I'm getting a green? This is it. When you look at here, this was the first time we had the 2 plus green not coming out. This is a draw. 2 blue, 2 red, 1 green and 149. The green came out here. Also a draw here. 2 green, 2 blue, 1 red, 149. Here 3 blue, 2 red and 1 green. That is showing that at this point, the power is changing hand and this is a late time. And all you have to do now is to get your recovery on green 2 plus. Once you get that, you wait out to leave the market. Now watch this. So you can see the two green there, two green, two red, and two blue. Still a draw. A draw system. Whenever you start seeing so many draws, this is a draw here. Means that no particular color won. Here is also a draw. Here green two, red two, one green, one and 149. No color won. Same thing occurred here. Two green, two blue, one red, 149. No color still won. Here blue won. That means blue is dominating. Here blue won with two red. Now here we had the green coming out two plus. Now watch in a very few draw from now, you will see what will happen right here. You see this green. As I mentioned to you earlier on, you start seeing so much of green just coming out two plus, two plus. You will not be seeing anything much on three plus or so, but very shortly you start seeing three plus on green. So that is it. Now this one has once again lost here. Go over for recovery now. You will not, in a short while, you start seeing 3 plus green again because the color wants to change hand, but it does not change hand immediately. First thing it does is to start giving you such outcome like this. It then gives you a picture or a little bit of signal that you see this blue right here is actually going to overtake in a short period, but it will not overtake immediately. It will take out some few draws and then it will change hand. So that is it. So to the strategy and the system, anyone who is actually playing by now ought to have been out at this point. But I want to further explain to you what to expect. So in a short while, you will see green will start giving you a little bit of comeback, but it will not be a long while and it will go fade out again and it will be lost. So this is it. 2 plus green again. So let's go on down to 3 here. Stake it in. So green is going to have a little bit of comeback. You can see what happened during this period. Here, within this last 4 draws, here only 1, 2, 3 green show. But look at within this ID 36 to ID 40, you will see much more outcomes on green. You will see 2 plus, 2 plus, 3 plus, 3 plus. But what you are seeing here is that every color is struggling to dominate. Blue was dominating here. Here we had a draw. Here is red is struggling to dominate. Here we had what? A draw again. So every color now is struggling to dominate. That means that dominance of green is out. Unlike what we are seeing in the draw below here where there was so much of green. Now dominance of green is out. Other colors want to dominate, but you will still see your green rather appearing little by little. So now you have seen that there was no green here, but still no need to panic. You have not gotten to the point whereby green will entirely leave the market. So still stake on your green for a recovery, and once you do that, you come back here to wait. So if you look at the market now, let's say you're looking at this last draws, what is majorly dominant here is red and blue. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the blue. But if I'm going to my 100 draw statistics, going over to 24 hours, going over to 100 draws and 24 hours. Let me check 24 hours. So the green now has recovered as I told you, and green came out 3 plus. Just watch very shortly now, you will see such appearance of 3 plus on green like 2 times, 3 times again. It will happen very shortly. So stake on your green. So according to the analysis now, green on 3 plus, red, blue. So we'll be changing the color shortly. The major thing is that it will have, as I stated, the color we have is early stage, which I started the gameplay at the early stage. It will have the mid stage, that stage whereby green was so dominant, it was coming out, it was just out. And this is the late stages here when your green will start slacking. Another color will take over. It might be blue, it might be red. For now, I will tell you that it's not assured. You cannot start any gameplay now with what I'm saying because most precisely, I want blue to be the dominant color, but it's not yet out. So green again has gotten a 2 plus. So green again has gotten a 2 plus. We are staking in and we are checking this out. So look at this. You have 3 red, 3 green, 3 red, a draw, red here, then a draw here, a blue, a draw, a draw. So far now, we cannot tell you that this particular color is the one on ground. I do not most precisely want to play the red because in a short while, red will be leaving the market. So all we have to do is to wait for the next draw. It might be next 4, 5 draws, and you see the fact that the blue will start dominating, and then from there we can change hands into the green, but into the blue, but it will take a little bit of time. So you just have to be patient, wait it out, and with time you will see what I'm talking about. So blue, two, this is still a draw, 2 red, 2 green, two a 49 green and 2 blue. So go in now for a recovery. Though, as I stated to those who are actually using this, at this very point below this, I believe it was below here, was when you should have stopped. Because if you have stopped here, you have gotten your profit. And looking here, green has not actually been that good. So this thing is much more programmable and it is very easy to note. At this point, you have stopped and already analyzed up to change up the color. So there's a high chance that by that at that point you would have started with red or blue, depending on what your analysis told you. Or if your analysis is being still being processed, you will just wait for the time being. And that is just it. So that is how the system works. So for the sake of this video is the reason why I've actually progressed this far into trying to explain this to you. And with this, I'll be stopping right about here.